So if I'm being honest, I just let the fact that it needed to stay folded go, because so many times I would fold all of their laundry and I'd put it away, and then they'd go to grab a shirt and they wouldn't like this, so they'd put it back, and they'd get another one and they didn't like that, so they put it back. And then within hours, everything was unfolded. So your girl doesn't fold things anymore. It goes in a pile, they divvy it up and put it where it belongs. Hey guys, welcome back. I am sitting down and doing a Q&A for you guys. I am back on Instagram, and I will probably just do a completely different video about that and how I came to that decision to get back on Instagram. But I asked for questions that you guys might have, because I started to get messages like, hi, haven't seen you in a year and a half, what's new? Oh, you had a baby. Because not everybody on Instagram follows my channel, and so I'm going to direct a lot of you guys that are coming from Instagram to watch this video, because a lot of your questions are being answered here. So let's go ahead and jump into some questions that you may have. All right, the first question that I have is actually from my friend Heather from Mom So Free, and she wants to know what book has encouraged my motherhood journey the most. And if you guys have been following me for a long time, this is probably not going to surprise you, but my favorite book of all time when it comes to encouragement as a mom is Treasuring Christ When Your Hands Are Full by Gloria Fuhrman. That book my husband bought for me when, I don't know, I think I had like 2 under 2 or 3 under 3, I don't know, it was crazy. It was crazy. There was just it was a blur looking back at that season. He bought me that book, and it was such an encouragement to me. I think I've read that book probably 5 or 6 times, and as I'm saying this, I need to get it back out again, because it's one of those books that just has so much good scriptural truth in it. Gloria has an amazing testimony, and she's just an amazing woman of God, and so I feel like when I read her books, I'm just sitting at her feet getting all of this wisdom from her. She's amazing. Yep. Look at that little shoogie boogie. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? See, I'm hungry, Mom. I need to eat. I need to eat. I've got help with the kids today, so I can do some filming. So I'm gonna feed him while we do this Q&A. It's okay. Breastfeeding is like, it's like a crazy, crazy thing, isn't it? You're just trying to overcome so many obstacles with it and trying to figure out, it's all right, buddy. It's okay. He like gulps down milk, and then he gets air in, and then he gets frustrated because I have to take him off to burp him, so then he gets more air in when he's screaming. Oh. Don't be so sad, mister. Oh. Abraham. He's probably gonna throw up everywhere. Abe, what do you think about that? What is that? Look at that little man. It's so funny because I feel like I see Ingrid in him, but sometimes I see Jude and sometimes I see Ezra. All right, you mentioned leaning on God for grace in moments of irritation and in lack of gentleness. Could you give more insight on practical ways to do so? If you want like the honest to God truth of how I lean into God during moments of frustration, is I just pray out loud. My kids are so used to it that they probably, I mean, they probably do think I'm crazy, but they're so used to it because I do it all the time. For example, there was, I think yesterday we were trying to do schoolwork, and I was getting really frustrated. No, I felt like I wasn't being heard. I felt like my kids were just, everybody was just kind of doing their own thing, and I felt really frustrated. And I literally just put down what I was doing, and I prayed right then and there. I prayed that God would give me patience. I prayed for a spirit of love and compassion towards my kids because I was really frustrated. I prayed that my children would be obedient. And in that moment, it was either I could scream my head off and get super mad, slam pencils down and walk away and throw my own, you know, temper tantrum, or I could come before the Lord. So in those moments, that's usually what I do. If I can walk away and have a breather, then I will. Sometimes I just send my kids outside to play for a few minutes, and then we come back in and we regroup. It's really cold out right now in December in Michigan, so it's not that easy to just like get everybody outside, versus in the summertime they can just run outside in the backyard and play for 10 minutes while I just take a breather or just get on my knees and pray. And sometimes that's what I need. Something that I found that really helps me is having worship music playing, where we can hear the word of God and we just have truths that we're listening to, and it sounds beautiful. And that is what I have playing. Faith Life, I think it's called Faith Life. If you download that app and you have a smart TV, they have a Bible verse screen, I think is what it's called. I can try to link it down below, but it just is verses just rotating, looping through on your screen, and there is a background and there's music playing, and sometimes just having that going on my TV all the time is nice, because it's not something that is gonna be a distraction for my kids, but when you do look over at the TV, it's scripture that is on there, so that is really cool. Okay, I just gave him back to my cousin, so he's being held and snuggled right now because he was not about to be facing the other way. He wanted to be bounced and rocked and all the things. So those are the things that I like to do. I also really like to focus on the mood in my house. I'm a number 9 on the Enneagram, so I am a peacemaker. I like things to feel good, you know? So lighting candles, having my diffusers going, having music going, having lots of sunlight in our house helps with my mood and how I feel. And then when I do have moments where I'm super frustrated, honestly, I will just pray. I will just pray. Sometimes I'll go to the bathroom and put some cold water on my face and just pray. Another thing that I feel like is really important is thinking about the way that we're talking to ourselves. Sometimes I will tell myself what I feel like I would tell my best friend if she was in this situation, and I will literally go in the other room and think in my head, or sometimes even just verbally say it, Jaimie, you got this. You got a bunch of little kids. They need you to love them through the chaos, and you got this. Take a breather. This doesn't matter in the long run. You're doing a great job. It's really hard, but you're doing a good job, and you've just got to keep going. God is sovereign, and he's in control of the situation, and nothing that you're gonna do is gonna make or break anything in the kingdom, because he is good and he's in control. And then there are moments too where we just have to stop doing school for a little bit, and we need to just regroup and spend some time together, or even just spend some time apart. Sometimes we'll just have quiet time in our rooms. I will spend some time in my room, the kids will each be in their own rooms or the playroom and do a puzzle or something. Sometimes that's just what needs to happen too. So that is basically what I do when I am having moments of irritation or frustration. The next question is, do you have help at all? As in, do you do all the cleaning yourself, and how do you involve the kids in it? So I do not do all of the cleaning in my house. I like to think that I am like the CEO. I make sure it all gets done. I feel like I have the responsibility of it all, but I delegate a lot. A lot. My husband helps me with the dishes, helps me with cooking, especially having a newborn baby. John is a godsend. He is a huge blessing in my life. He helps with dishes, he helps with food with the kids. Anything that I need, my husband is there for me, and he is supportive 100%. And I don't say that in a sense of bragging. I say that in a sense that I am so thankful, because I know that that is a huge blessing. I know that it is, and I am thankful, and I don't deserve it, and he's amazing. And so John helps me a ton. We do a lot of cleaning on like a Saturday morning. If things have gotten kind of gone at the wayside during the week and I haven't been on top of things, we will do a big pickup on Saturday. The kids will clean under their beds, they will put stuff away, they will put their clothes away. On a daily basis, my kids put away their laundry. I do not require them to fold it or keep it folded inside of the drawers. Every drawer has something that goes in it. They know where their pants go, they know where their shirts go. They don't wear fancy clothes that need to be iron free or that need to be ironed or anything like that. So if I'm being honest, I just let the fact that it needed to stay folded go, because so many times I would fold all of their laundry and I'd put it away, and then they'd go to grab a shirt and they wouldn't like this, so they'd put it back, and they'd get another one and they didn't like that, so they put it back. And then within hours, everything was unfolded. So your girl doesn't fold things anymore. It goes in a pile, they divvy it up and put it where it belongs. They help with vacuuming. It's not perfect, and I try not to be super anal about it, but they have chores that they do. They take care of their bedrooms, and then I do have them help vacuum. They do a lot of picking up their own mess, because it will drive me crazy if I have to clean up, and it does drive me crazy if I follow them around and I have to pick up after everybody all day long. No. And so I try to instill, when you're finished with this, pick it up, and you can't get something else until you put away what you had out before. And that's kind of what we've been focusing on right now. Laundry is me, as far as cleaning, doing the loads of laundry and all of that. The bathrooms, I do that. A lot of the ins and outs of like kitchen stuff I tend to do, but John does a lot of dishes. He probably does half or a third of the cooking. He does a ton. So we all carry the weight of our home and work together. But I would say, like every other mom, like most of the moms watching, you guys, you know that you have like a running tally of all the things that need to get done, but we do all work together to get them done. And I'm thankful for that. What was Abe's name if he was a girl? Okay, so, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of the names that I liked for him before we found out. Naming him was so hard, you guys. I can't even remember the names that I liked. I did like the name Wilder, but I didn't know if that was gonna be for a boy or a girl. I'm trying to think. I can't remember. I can't remember what kind of names I liked. What, Ingrid?
My makeup is broken.
What? Your makeup is broken? Okay, Mommy will fix it later, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. I can't remember the names that we liked for a girl. How was your Instagram break? Are you happy to be back? Yes, Yes, I'm happy to be back. My Instagram break was amazing. It's kind of funny because as soon as I got on it, I started feeling overwhelmed and wanted to get right back off because of all of the stuff coming at me again, because I hadn't been on it for so long. But for the most part, yes, I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy to be sharing on Instagram and contributing. I have the mindset of more of a creator than a consumer on there now moving forward, but I do plan on doing just a video specifically about that. What do you tell or teach your kids about Santa? Okay, so here is an opportunity for you to pause this video, do whatever you need to do for whoever is around you. So just pause me and then come back and we will chat about this. All right, so hopefully you've tied any loose ends up that you need to. What do I tell or teach my kids about Santa? We have always said that Santa is for fun. When they were little, we would just leave it as that. And then as they got older, they obviously asked, and we were honest with them. We told them what happens on Christmas Eve, to be very vague. We told them what happens on Christmas Eve, and we just always said, but he's for fun. He's for fun. So they still get excited when they see Santa in parades or things like that. But it's like if they were to see Mickey Mouse somewhere, or like Star Wars or something like that, you know? So it's for fun, and it's just for fun is basically what we've always told our kids. How do I keep on track of my budget and keep track of my expenses for things like groceries, Target runs, and purchased online? I don't do a very good job of this, which is why we're doing a no spend year next year. Something that I keep track of when I write down our budget is I have all of our expenses written out for each couple weeks, because that's how we get paid. We get paid bi-weekly. And so I just have our bills broken up basically into checks. So this check is gonna cover these bills, this check is gonna cover these bills, and I'm not good at it, and I'm not gonna say that I'm good at it. And so we are working on 2021 being the year that we are getting healthy financially and just getting a better grip on budgeting and having a better respect for finances and investing in our future and in our legacy with our children. Okay, best thing you say to yourself on a very bad day, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually. Well, it's kind of like what I said earlier. I try to speak to myself like I would with my friends, with a good friend. I try to be gentle and take some time to regroup. I tell myself, Jaimie, you're a good mom. You love these kids. Slow down. It's gonna be okay. It's not that big of a deal. In the broad spectrum of things, this moment is so small. Look at them, they're little and they want their mom and they need their mom, and these are the important things, you know? Those are the things that I try to tell myself in those moments, because it's truth and it's very easy. It can be easy for me to look at my kids and picture them as like these giant monsters sometimes. I can feel like that. And then when I see their little toddler hands, or I hear them say something super cute the wrong way, you know, then I remember, oh, they're just so little. They're just so little. So that's usually what I end up saying to myself during those moments. Kid-friendly, healthy-ish dinner ideas. I love that, healthy-ish, because we all know when you got kids, it's not really healthy, it's usually healthy-ish. You gotta go poop? I feel like I'm not like very good at doing a lot of good healthy-ish dinner ideas. A lot of our dinners have carbs in them, or chicken nuggets, or, you know, carbs. I do try to do omelets or breakfast for dinner a lot of the times, where I can throw some spinach in eggs and scramble it up, and then the kids are eating spinach, so they're getting stuff like that included in their meal. Sometimes it's nice to just hide stuff inside of other stuff, like smoothies that can have lots of stuff in there. You can juice things and use kale and all of that kind of stuff in a juice, but also hide it with lemon and green apple and berries and things like that as well. My kids actually do like salads for the most part, and sometimes I'll just get bagged salad, which I know is not amazing, but you said healthy-ish, right? So Walmart has bagged Asian, it's like an Asian salad, and it's super yummy. And there is a, I think it's a, what is it? Bourbon bacon salad. They're bagged. They're super yummy. My kids love them. My husband loves them. So sometimes that's a really great option for lunch. They actually ask for those kinds of things. But for the most part, I mean, we are like a meat, potatoes kind of family. And then chicken nuggets and tater tots. Spaghetti lives here too, you know, all of those kinds of things. All right, I'm gonna do one more because I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that much more than one more here. So let's go ahead. What goals, resolutions, or changes do you have for the coming year? That's a good way to end it. I guess I want to walk into 2021 with a healthier mindset. We're doing our no spend. I want to have a healthy mind, a healthy body, and healthy emotions. I've spent so many of the last years, all of my 20s and then this past year, having babies, feeling like I'm surviving, just doing what we can to get by, that I want to spend some time focusing on
I want to come in a little bit, and I want to come.
I'd like to spend some time focusing on my health in all aspects.
I'm done with this.
You're done with this. All right. So that is going to wrap up our Q&A for today, because I think the girl is done. Are you done, Gigi? Do you want to come up and say hi? And say bye-bye? No? Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that this was informational for you, or entertaining, or all of the above. I think this is this crooked now too? Yeah, it is. We're just all over the place today. Thank you so much for bearing with me today and joining me on today's video. I hope you guys are all good and that you're all blessed and have enjoyed the holidays with your family as we go into 2021. Thank you, Jesus. Love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Strangers left this town.